Today, na the 29th day of September 2021. Yesterday, we been there, the 28th day of September, for laying a table, waiting they happen to we brothers, we sisters, we picking them, we auntie them, we uncle them, na LimKokwing University, Sierra Leone. Since this administration come, they no agree for pay for them. But at first, them be say they know they do them because that be bad deal, they not correct, and all those things. Then they change their mind. Say, okay, then go do them. Then come up with a payment plan. We then be promise say then go work with the administration na LimKokwing University, Sierra Leone. We then go they pay, then go they get a lot na the account where government put how it go they pay this money na the account. That's not ever happen to date. Every year where the school year for begin, the students them where they under government own side, because you get private students there, we still they go there, they still they do waiting they're supposed for they do for the private students, but the one them way they under the government own scheme, na then this administration say not go pay for, okay. Every year, with the school year for start, the students then go make one, government go come promise and say, okay, well, we'll go do this, we'll go do that, we'll go do that. Then at the end of the day, nothing no go happen. Then go just make let them go inside the school year. As they don't go inside 1, 2, 3 months, they don't forget about it. They wait for another September back for camp. So this time be done they happen. Say this September now 2021. The students then do a documentary. Then say, you know what? We they go out there for big. Yesterday, we lay on a table. It look like say the powers that be. Then I don't know if now we dey or na the same old gimmicks we they can do. We they no say the term do each and can promise and say una know they can do it. Then and say, oh Lord, glad for them. Say, okay, now government don't agree. Now I make yesterday now waiting me say. I say whatever the student they don't plan, what they say, then they go to them so art organizations. And they go to them, mama them for go big, say do ya. Me yesterday I be say, let me not stop. I say because I know see the government get for come. For can give that same kind of offer where them blands give every year. Lo and behold, today. And so for glad for them because waiting do, then don't rescue. They don't rescue the LimKokwing students them. You go on for ask, who that puts them on this? Is it the previous administration? Where this administration say not be go through the right procedures? Or now this administration where every year then they can promise say we they pay una, we they can pay, we know they pay. The one them will be the final year. From where this thing begin, today they not done it. Somehow will be start almost the day final year now. What's them wanna be private student. And then they talk say some people inside this administration get fumble and they when a private student what then they pay for. But now the administration don't come say they ready for pay and say make the LimKokwing administration try for pull a press release for the government students them so that next month, October, then go start. People level for don't start from long time. Okusa would they now? Eh? Okay. Yesterday, I've been playing the audio. It's a short one. Before, when the president been there at the town hall meeting, the question of LimKokwing students be come up. And the president been get this for see. Yeah? That was when, in April. And the question be come up. Then the president been say this.
I pity the students in that LimKokwing. And what we are trying to do is to see how we can get all of these students into other universities so that they can continue their education. We started paying for them. 2 million was paid. So then we realized that it is unfair to pay 30 million for one student in LimKokwing, which government has to pay by the nature of the agreement. Whereas even our kids, our students in commerce, don't pay that amount.
Well, now that's the president being say. In sorry for them. But what he do? He said then other one day, within other colleges there. Then go feel bad because then they pay more for the wire. So then go try for put them na other university them. This na 2021 April. Now the town hall meeting. Now the president talk this. So maybe from that 10 day, then be still defend university for put them not able or waiting. Eh? Because now that may be talk deal. Or since na talk and do government, since na the Comra government, since na the government way in flagship program na education, then change their mind back as to the many times so they don't change their mind for help them students here. Or because they are the student then say then they come back and treat for come big. Or now because we beg Papa government yesterday and I say do ya other platform themselves even today then do program them. Now because of that, or we all not get nothing for do to this. Now just the Comra heart of this administration. And I make today we hear this one.
One of the New Direction Manifesto area na Buklani. Now for sake of that, the Buklani ministry under the leadership of President Julius Maada Bio don't agree for settle the wahala wey been there between LimKokwing University and the government of Salone. Who say plenty students and we don't start different courses them na the university where no been get proper arrangements for carry on with the Canada way where they arrange for making them students there start for study under government scholarship. And inside this old wahala, yeah, President Bio in government don't see don't and look stronger one inside this case here. And for sake of the young people in future tomorrow now this country, government decide for pay the debt train of 30 billion loans and same way so continue for pay for students them when we don't start course inside this university for make them tomorrow not Poel Bambai. Professor Alpha Tijanuri, now the Minister for Technical and Higher Education, he talk about how government don't do this arrangement so that then young Salon people here, then tomorrow no go Poel Bambai. Make we listen to what he say.
Then I also meet a private institution LimKokwing. Himself, government nobody look at all. Classes they know they go. The people at LimKokwing they know they go. Say now. This guy in your wahala. He get in your wahala because the Minister of Education will be there today. Now he want sign with the proprietors of this college. He not carry that document there, go cabinet for the cabinet approval. He not carry this financial arrangement, go parliament for get that authority there. Now he want no more doing with them people here. So the law officers there we don't advise we say this thing in arrangement is difficult for try come on inside. But we pick it on the inside. They're gonna register them for 4-year course. Whatever the administrative lapses, now we pick in and then go suffer the most. So we get for arrange, then we get a backlog of $30 billion, $3 million, and then give we a 50% discount for the one that we did now year 1, year 2, we get for done the lectures. I want for report officially to the people of Sierra Leone that cabinet don't give authority and the Ministry of Finance don't write to the Ministry of Technical and Higher Education for make we begin pay every month. We are going to pay a fixed amount of money every month for ameliorate all the backlogs and also for the one that were in the system till they're done inside the college. Government of Sierra Leone is not going to add on any other student when a government sponsored student into LimKokwing. So I talked to the management that end of this month, September month, for me them advertise for all the students the way we needed, where they for go register and for start them program in October. And I made the rest of the people they know say, government of Sierra, this government of Sierra Leone, we know say some people they don't do some bad, but they're not government too. We know, in the beginning of salon picking, with us we come for clear the slate, not for continue the bad, but for ensure say we picking ourselves also graduate and able for can contribute to the development of this country. So then students they write me from LimKokwing, the one they make appeal, the one they go out, they say that they ask for food, make people they can contribute. They are left all that now. The government don't write LimKokwing, we don't give them now a plan of payment. We agree on and we tell them now that they go advertise to now for make una go register come end September and first week October.
Well, fumble. Now, so President Bio in word for book learning, in not a spoiler at all. Human capital development. Now, one of in team them where he want for CC, it go before na salon. Now, all of this make it they continue for do this. And make we continue for watch the Ministry of Information and Communications Facebook page as we they bring to know thing them where governments they do and any other thing where they affect me and you now the country.
Somehow Iato. This Madame Inwoke is really difficult. You know, society people they don't go work they work yeah. Where me know, where I know what I know, like what I don't talk now, I just know. Then I can't talk like I ain't talk so. I not go able. I not go sabi safe. Why go don't talk like they say not to tell you for talk. Now we picking them. These are the same students we don't see them for 3 years. 3 complete school year. Now the minister they say, now we picking them. Papa God. But again, this is not the first deal where they sign on. This not to the first press release where the government they pull concerning LimKokwing University. Now they say that big good and for go big let they left. Maybe don't give me own suggestion yesterday. And it not change. Until LimKokwing tell we say they don't get alert for say yes, the letter, that's fine. We just want the government for rise up to the occasion. Eh? Because the president in tell say then they look. But they're not going to fend because the cause them will LimKokwing they offer, maybe partially, but not fully, you know, go fend them other side them past na LimKokwing University. And not to foresee, now the one that we get money, the one they will not get, with the help. Eh? But we don't see, don't say, 3 years lapse, don't they? Now another one don't come. Okay. Now we picking them. We not go make clear we picking them. After 3 years, now they tell you realizing that you picking them. Eh? Or you go say no, let not blame Professor Alpha. You know, say na health thing be the ain't just come. I say the young lady, eh? Hey, yeah. My Kekoka say wait to why the short notice? Because now yesterday to today, now it makes sense. He said the university go need for year some of the lecturers them where then go down lay off. Eh? So you get for take some time. In the hope say they can get everything in place for start classes for the students them. Okay. Then start registration yesterday though for the private students name. And now the minister they say make them start the one they under the government scheme for starting October. So now so they write to LimKokwing the administration. Where I want for Phil to say maybe in that 10 day the money go begin kicking. Now letter no more than write to them and then they force on. And here say the university don't give them 50% off. But if you inside 50% back, we not agree again for pay this one. Okay. I be just say we need for cow this update. Because of waiting. We too been talking yesterday. We all play a role or we not play any role. Eh? Right. SLRSA. Una been say. Una yai dip and drivers them. But it look like for say. Una yai. Usa for watch no today they watch. You know why I say so? Ambulance driver na salon. You know how Saloma ki say this, you don't wata. You don't wata. What made me feel the investigation on this ambulance driver, they need for go beyond. And so I feel. Why make I say so? Pass if he be say the mama lima way drink. If you don't buy her, he then in jacket or whatever, he keep her inside the motorcar. And inside the motorcar, he go and drink. But if he be say na any bar, or pub, or whatever, or wherever he buy, he sit down there, he drink, say it turn like it turn, so don't they allow him for enter that ambulance day. I don't know. But I feel say they need for do thorough investigation they need for do. How do they even hire these people? They make salon ambulance. They ever see her. They go, they come. He always urgent. Always. If na sobali now, or under the influence, unless we this one make we know say ambulance driver them some in Sierra Leone they drink water chak and still gonna steering and endanger other people and lives them. The sobriety test safe. Me man no able for take. I don't know if you don't see the video, but this a call for cause. This is past consensus. You don't see, huh? Well, if you don't see it, I give the exhibit 1. First, this is the sobriety test, dude, of Chakilele ambulance driver na saloon.
Come. Now in this, now in chak one, come.
No for chak one. For keep there.
Now in chak one, now in chak one this way. They pa ambulance, government ambulance. Now in chak one this way. One go kill we. Don't bang mutka, don't scatter mutka. Beyond repairs. Now in this, now the driver this. Mutka they now bush you go bang we. Then you don't lost control. Chak one, never know it.
You don't see, huh? See the driver? How do they hire these people? Where they can hire them? What thing they ask for? Then in exhibit 1 of the sobriety test. Well, make I give you exhibit 2 for making explaining safe. Yeah? Let me see him.
Where is
Yes, sir.
Who sign na government hospital ya charge? Who's hospital ya charge?
Kono.
Kono to that na boss.
Alright, sir.
Still.
Oda?
No, they still a body. A body.
Huh?
Connect and
Now in this so. He said a corner thing attached, but he's drunk. I don't know if we can take that one. They say saying a 2. Saying a corner thing attached. Sierra Leone. Eh? Mami by camera say this not to concern. He say this na big problem. And an accident he gets. Bango da motoka, throw the motoka inside a bush. That's how they know. How? But when SLISA pull a press release and then finds, they ain't go pade wire safe. And the taxi driver then are there for worse. I not tell you say they know for what so. And I got it people Then say we driver will know the water safe will know for drink. Eh? How do they hire these people? Michael Coker say AAA. The hiring process now one thing he say but the supervision now for be paramount, and very important. An ambulance driver, let's say then send them say go somebody there at the point of death. Please go count that person there for we. Who they check who? Waiting at the routine for make they know say the drivers then they of sober mind. Hi. Salon. I tell you say the big man they make phone call the recruiter say na me bobo. So you already know. Eh? You already know the deal. How do people get away with this? Okay. This one don't come to light. The eye they watch. About Lansana he say, how about regular and random drug testing for them drivers here? That sounds good. But if salon case serious, too small and safe. Look out whose friend, Larry, what's in he get for you today? Welcome on board, whose friend. You get the platform, sir.
Yeah, thank you very much, Triple A, for giving me the platform, and thanks to all our listeners and viewers. Regarding this drink driving and the LimKokwing issue, especially the driving issue with drunkenness, it will be a lot of factors. You see, we can make some drivers drink, because most times the way then the vet drivers, I believe, say then for the vet in a proper way, but the vetting then I want him, but vetting with social support, then another other thing back for able for know within the people and background, not our social background, within this person in lifestyle. Sometimes if the type of community we will get who knows anything and they boku, we get for the get certain people and way the road authorities and get for try put in terms of like checking, not for saying they go busy body na the host, but they can able to get away where they will get intelligence, within this person in lifestyle after work. They do. They can able to do that, especially when then they find out, say, sometimes the person don't begin the late, or they come on time, or with the suspect some behavioral pattern way, because they get people away and they work with them. But sometimes they can become just a bit quiet over this kind of things. Because I can remember we can get workers and you can see say in Africa, you can see and say, this man is no more, like saying a rum smell different. But that is the end of it. Between Una the workers and that's the end of it. You know, we'll see person who will say, well, we get concerned about this man in behavior, let we bring them to the authority. But because sometimes structures are not in place, they can fail for letting and they go able to pass because they're not going to say, well, like this we get for do, look, we able for stop this. The reason why I bring this more, because the man, when I see the man, you know, go see and be responsible, but go see and say, if they in the mask of alcohol, but if you remove that mask, then you go say they see somebody way sober and like a gentleman. But you go ask now man will they drink all the time, or na something cause I forgot drink, or just ignore. You just feel like they sometimes he get extra money. Sometimes like them ambulance driver, sometimes they can pass and do them and load something. So they don't go get that money. If you that gladness, they take an out, he drink alcohol for change the way they feel, and now they begin to feel the way you don't change the system. They feel them, and the feeling of it they reflect on the system because they go bang, they go do this, you know, go drive regular, you know, go drive the proper way. So you go find out certain they are all the factors them we can likely the way people like careful to find out. If they're able to find out this man will be not a drink because he will come and go no. The one they will like colleague them, then go able to bring this at the table. Then if not canceling or not the way they put them for like they detox, bring them to something. So, but it's all a matter of putting things in place. We will not say easy in a salon really, but these are the things they are believed to then get for do because when you see somebody grab a good drink and he did not say when I don't drink I'm drunk. I go actually not able to do this. But because of it get something where they overpower them, when they find out now what is this thing they overpower, addiction, or like the other one they was saying that day they just don't go get say real or two in terms of that jebu gladly you will have go in the house with gladly today I don't ever get them money or something some pressure in get a house where if this and drink he go drink then he decides for feel a pull and have mind. Where they say that is not the solution. So those are the kind of thing where if the road authority therefore try, they get that psychosocial body there where they look into that kind of things there because it's very serious with Boku man. He not even be in the driving. It can be an electrician where they send for go do something and you don't go change the circuit, we don't go repair. That's commodity fire catch or something like somebody because he miss one thing. And there are people where it be say then they drink, but they see that they move. I remember one man in that guy they see him all the time when they work. In fact, the guy was, I believe some people in those years, remember that he na been officer, na prison officer. This guy, when they work out, name I don't remember. When I remember, I go bring in them. When they come back, good car because now by that new highway where they call as Leone Highway near the police station. Because at the end, they say they work now from there. They can't claim up Magurka Road. They can't because we on shopping just the front day. So you say they work they get the prisoners there. They work out with them. But that was like a normal thing for them. But in other words, people they put things in place where they know say certain areas certain jobs and they will therefore put steps ahead based on the people and pattern of behavior because we don't know say people and the way that they look at the law or the way that they reflect, they don't go take it serious. So they therefore put certain things in place where go see how what they make this person they commit this crime or what they make this person they behave so. But when you come to the underlying effect of it, it's not good at all. But it still come. But was in a road transport, then go say then go stop the man for drink. Or now they give the man the chance, the man again sends them why go drink. That is the one sector of it. But you know the amount of the employer. Now you get for no say when we employ them, and then we were there in charge of that area. They were the road authority, apart from the one they would employer. Now we get for they put them in there in place. Now they thing there we get for they do way we get for look say road traffic accidents them because when you see the judgment of somebody we don't drink, then you don't bring a topic of I want them. They see the distance, it is different from you. You say you see fast until you go see and say something what they near you, they see and say like say they far. So by the time now you go see well the mass break, you don't realize it, you don't move. So all these kind of things, then get for try, then look into that thing they are. Just like when they look into the act when they say this is an act for let you go able for sports person who don't do this, that's also fine with the game, then get for they put other things in place. And that psychosocial area it's very, very serious. Some people are not even drinking alcohol. Some people and they take drugs and some of them drugs and hallucinated drugs when they make you imagine things, you see things in the air. They say, oh, I mean, I know they again, or I know they feel me in my foot. All these kind of things in the day. You see the road accident, they don't even know. Because I don't ever see some of the accidents there where they don't tell me what it really in detail cause them. Whether it might be under influence of alcohol, now make the accident they be, or the man they don't do this before they did, and they just tell me say so thing don't happen. So these are the kind of things when they're going on begin they bring that breathometer, then therefore they go beyond that. For see, we get for they put them people on a register, and then one day we try for see how we go able for deal with them, not so in the bad way, but how we go able for rectify this. It's very, very important that side because now you go able to make things that they go make. You go there, you go not say me motor car, I clear, me motor car, the engine is okay, the tires are okay, the tires are all they work the way for work, so I no go and the friction of the tires with the road it change. Where it will cause accidents because of the tire in things and in thread don't go away. So all those kind of things they get for you put them in place so that For the man when the students safeguard we all would either you drive or you would a passenger or you would a pedestrian with the worker. Because you see a lot of these things, you will find out say not was in our drugs there, but some of them are drug related. Some of them are technical, but most of the people I believe say then they blame because most of the time when they go apply, the wrong they can be next to the main road. You see the poor people and they put on at the side, the brake, they go buy them, you can't put on a vehicle. So it therefore be kind of a vigilant thing again, where they go they tell the passenger in back where they get for daily. But this until a private one would not get passenger there. So it's not no more with other people away, na health officers the whole day. But you go wonder back. Why that man they in there that ambulance they in one? Because again, an ambulance driver and therefore you know not to just driver and the go. For say, okay, you go there, you go pick that thing there. In any side already dispatch there, it therefore gets somebody when a medical somebody who for day inside that ambulance day. Because once in the medical somebody in the ambulance, if in now well somebody where they in good capacity for thing, it will able to identify that person in the back. Because the ambulance now a purpose for save life. Now purpose for fetch somebody from one end to the other. Not so just for grab now when they drive because you want for drive. Or not for passenger they get for load day. So you get for find out say back they get for put them in place back. For say hospital, this and then load this for the one that way they drive. Or you when they drive for president, or you when they drive for minister, all they have after there because you don't go see what's when they drive for minister, you go begin drunk there because that minister they go fear for his life set. So same way therefore they start venting that they put them. For the public transport union, all they get for the try for do back, I say, they get for the try. When they drive at the time, they get for they look like a background check. In a way, right, and we're able for no, you not go easy because you know we will know all my thing, but sometimes they get for the look into anything they have because now reduce, then go they try for reduce that thing they are because as long as they're not able for reduce that thing they are, where it be say that they allow other person, so they copy, and so they copy directly. So until I come pay back, it will go it break. You see that place you are good and get fine wrong. Well, tomorrow can't meet me. People and get all those ideas, you go, you stop. Then inside the tape. Or you go and tell us we go and so thing they happen this. Sometimes you don't go get the load. So all those kind of little things they get for the look of them. But in the end, you get for say structures and then a certain institution, like that institution, they want when I get driver of an ambulance, somebody for day they want a help person. But I'm not even make somebody want a help person day. We just ignore like what we start back say some people when I work with them, they just take and say, no man, this man look for drink. You see the wrong with the smell pan and said, you know, they look at the effect of that one day we go cause to patient or we go cause to other people. So you get for look at these strategies, them way you see say when them bring them in place, in the cost to now last time for other things them outside government get for spend more because actually all now they don't go damage so if na outside the insurance and other things they work they want to know how effective it is because I believe say them don't bring insurance things and they want a private one there. I don't know how far government insurance them they or they insure that vehicle they will get for claim and then and lawyers and they because that system they call the ambulance chaser. Not only ambulance itself, when you talk about ambulance chasers, you get people where they go about for incite people who are accident victim them, where they train for the go sue the damages them. Now they call ambulance chaser lawyers. So they therefore get all those strategies then because it's not gonna be an ambulance accident, but anything can be. So you get that ambulance chasing system in a very sensible way where you they avoid, I mean, they be an anti-ambulance chaser. So you avoid wearing people again for the chase, for let the government will pay, or for let you go pay damages, or for let the company go pay damages because of an accident who don't happen due to negligence of somebody in behavioral pattern. That behavioral pattern, now the main thing where it affects people in that country, the politician and behavioral pattern, the organization, the student behavioral pattern, you get the one that who want for work, you get the one that way the one that we want for work fine, then the one that way this and get a different way for look at things, that then go they suppress the one that they for say okay now this. So they find out say the one that was having an open not go able because of the system not there in structure. So the government get for look into them till and they while then just for they say, look, they bring their ideas they are inside out. But there is no other way for stop them money for drink if you don't know in background, or if you don't get somebody who before don't deal with another place there, or when I don't first the place, fine. Then when I go put laws then for say and or decide they will be saying that they easy for them when I go see, then when I go able for deal with them, when I just go beyond because the one they want to know they see that the one they will difficult when the people and behavior change. When they come, they go ready, they can't perform. Because he go ready for drink, not so either willingly or unwillingly, either for something that he can't perform as a driver, where he can't perform now in performance, no good. So well again, you look at the other side, one of that one will be talking about, yes, I will just through life. I believe say na kind of power and organized resistance. You know that the power what the people can get, and the one then when their students there, they been get a kind of organized resistance within the show. So that organized resistance where the media, the press, okay, una all they do is so in that positive way they push them, then the government don't see them, they hear them. But it all come to now for saying we don't do them, we they make them, we don't done for make them. But we go able for make it work. You see, so now they don't make and done. We say we don't give una the okay for una go ahead for go na the education sector. We they pay for una. But the question is and una don't make and for let it go work. Then at the process, like where they get no more the animal, they call and chewing the cord, and that chewing the cord reaction. Which I will talk about chewing the cord here. They don't can't talk. They say they don't done. Then after a while again, even the hand we show to them video that we show so they clip them. When the president don't say, well, we're not going to go pay, it's unfair to the other one them. But they're not be don't swallow them. They still they chew the cord of the same thing because the thing not be done it. You get the resistance of the students there. When I'm material resistance, there's positive, and then they don't all along say we're not going to press we're not going to do that, we not see this and this. Then you find out say then they still chew the cord because when the grass when that cow they eat that grass they send her inside first. They come back, you see they charm them back. You know they just don't charm them, they do all the process, they go then at the end of it the food go do the work where they do. So this is what the politicians sometimes they can do. And they do a theory of chewing the cord, then they chew, then they say something, then they swallow them, if they come back again, then they chew and for let it go down. So that's the system will sometimes they get for try stop. You know they try to get an idea of that kind of thing and they not go work. When you chew, you swallow, and the thing will do in your book because you are making it to work. You are not just making it done. Then people they say you don't done. Then they say that next now you get the charm back, which you know they pull them back. They're not two-time charm. So they see the student and the student they resist. But I believe say the resistance, when they get so, let God help them so that this resistance because of that entrepreneurship of technology. That's not the one where they try to gain. Now technology with entrepreneurship. Then I cause them they want to do that LimKokwing cause they. So if they're able to go tap into them, the talent will get, they put them, then with the top case and studies, and then they avoid breeding grounds. Like we show that clip with that guy, they broke stone and other things, and they do the same student and that profile they for saying that thing they had, then they do out of the now they go they say years and years and years. Then the other thing now. You go meet and they intelligent so, but you not go able to get anywhere when you potentially they will put them become half cooked. And when they become half cooked, they become dangerous. I think will begin to say, well, the small knowledge what I get, I they use them for I will begin strife. They begin to get arguments they under and yeah. I know will listen at the quarrel. They see conflicts and they come. And then people and then again they see politicians they go take now because now you get small sense is on pops and the community. Now they will use now that aggravation then you go see say now then they push now in the society because he intelligent, he go see sabi talk, but he realize say he not get place for let he go use in talent that the society who will benefit, but he use in sense that the community for let them go they just they say with our political stalwarts. So these are the kind of things where the government they look at. When something come, una settle them. If na dispute or something, una realize una settle them. Instead of una allow her for let it go, they spread, it germinates, they cut so that you don't go able to get in the end a way where you go able to say, I will deal with them when the thing don't go that far away now. And when you don't go that far away, we say the strength of it now don't go. If you say you can't solve it now because you talk of inflation, you talk of other things, then you talk of the value of money, the rates. So all that thing will come. So that chance when I been get assembly instead of 30 million, it goes to 40 million. Oh, una go say una one can do. So those are the things that you always try for look, for forecast, for say I don't think that they avoid. The same way I able to do this, I do and then I try stop and deal with things the way we them for be based if I able for do what they call that decentralization, where all man gets in your power and I little side, I dey go pull there, then I can't make me own sense so that I go able for make government win a democratic one because decentralization it work. It is just small committee that we will consult, where it listen, not just go there with the girl who's in the call listen and support because now they don't listen. But when they expect the support when they give, it will be actual so that it will able for sustain that education need and commodity now. Then una fair way now we una go able to deal with them for the coming one day. So all man we don't know say government when they do this again, they will never do it again. Instead, una go left there now. It's up to you if una want let the country people and they sit down and able for educate that edition day so that una not go bring again one una can't say educate then una left the half educated. So those are the kind of things where government therefore you look at so that that political landscape in a level wherein the politicians them, you get the people them where the power, and then where they give the power, when are the civilians and then the one they wouldn't hold the power, how they were able to forget that landscape. It gets in between them, the senses and the flow, so that they always get a gap. Very important they done, they try to bring up in the way we say the height of it is very far. And then if you say I not go able because music up, I not even one go down 2 steps, like go pull that man come up. I just one day I say come, stretch your hand. So those are the logic that we try for just bring when people then will try avoid, where they not go reach that point, then they look into the driver and issue them this alcohol issue where it be say he arrestable. We know say he arrestable. So you therefore know how you therefore stop him because say people go stop him for drink. You go must therefore say this way now we are going for stop him. But only hope say government will able to make the things they are go before because the country will know say that develop and the effect for developer, but let them bring to we ideas them and strategies them or policies them where it be say then will able for loopholes where they know see them will deal with them hold there and that goes so then they put them whole still and they engage everybody and then they bring in ideas then I will be saying they add this when I top up when I kind of icing at the cake so that it will be very fine. That I believe so them will do. Thank you very much for giving me the platform. Let us continue for help with leaders as I always say, let them lead with fine. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, Usfriend.
You're most welcome here.
Yes, sir. Let's count Tony. Make we hear you waiting he get for we. Welcome on board, Tony to Jones. You get the platform, sir.
Yeah, Abraham, thanks so much. Fumble the one Kusha and Cabo. This is not the first time they don't agree, say, then they pay. And we want to be optimistic and hope, say, rely on waiting the Professor Alpha always say. Because just like I say yesterday, you look good in the benefits. Beware of politics. Don't forget about APC. Say na APC making their scholarship, just like I mentioned yesterday. That's a long benefit. Then they finish their course, then can work, then pay taxes to government. Them saying all my way down on APC or na SLPP or na NGC na this. We go for the take off political lens sometimes and think more progressive of one for develop salon. Certain times in the we go for actually look at the bigger picture. Who are the benefits? This now young brother and sister they go for capacitate themselves, go for develop themselves. I mean, make them they at least say yes, there is a promise, and tomorrow will be promised, and then go up for get a better future. You understand? You know, it's better that at least they not come to a conclusion than see say this not the own. You understand? And then I mean, some of us have been in that situation where you need help. You want to go school, you want to educate yourself, you want to become somebody in your life. Probably now you know the first generation for enter university or for reach that level day. We don't have say, hey, I don't get scholarship. At least as you can at least me self actualization, which I want for being life, they in that kind right rightful thinking or trajectory. You understand? You see all that thing and they happen. You understand? Now you get for you actually go for put yourself in them picking and them guys and they then show you where you know from humble background like some of we. Now you actually know what it mean where you want to educate yourself. Then somebody then a corner where they deprive you. But then they spend thousands of dollars, send other people them, government people that they can oversee on scholarship. When they compare that money, they look at the value of the money. If they look at the value, say, oh, it's too expensive. Some of those courses, the colleges or universities in Asylum, no, they offer those courses. If not, probably they can use this opportunity and say, okay, let them begin their course and let them bring up, let them pass up now the university senate because college no go start courses, you know, go to university senate or whatever and adopt and say yes, then causes and for starter. Probably they can start then cause the level self begin so become more competitive. You understand? So before somebody go LimKokwing, you would rather go do an IPAM or Jala or FBC and this because they offer them at a moderate or a reduced cost. You understand? But in the meantime, when we not get those things in place, those resources in place, and you give scholarship because it's their flagship project. Education is their flagship project. You understand? Whatever form, even to primary school no more or this or that. You understand? So it's good. It's a good. I don't want to labor on the points because we said it yesterday. Like government, therefore, we look at the areas we will benefit. I mean that can be a campaign strategy. I mean, because somebody do not pay for it, I don't say, hey, I don't accomplish, I don't this. But what for this government? Or probably I go even doing internship under government because some of these scholarship they give to people now they don't get this service scheme like we they get similar one in Nigeria. Where I think that one in Nigeria or the Edam or so. You understand? We can get the guys and they then go work as in turn in government offices and government and parastatals and give them service. You know, that's it for that one day. You talk about the ambulance driver we bring can wait and call you play some clip. Abraham, it's not something new. You understand? I don't always they say this. We not get effective management. I don't know if it is the skill probably there, but we know the enforcer, we know they do them. I'll tell you something. The same way at the work na kono, that period where I go na kono. Optia mining, where they call corridor holdings or executive outcomes that should start to go corridor holdings now Octia mining. I don't know if they're not changing their name. Any staff where they go work in the morning, then they brutalize them. Then they get something then they go blow. Bang. For them look shit because now mining sites, they know accident somebody, then they work with heavy machinery and whatever. You understand? I feel say some of those things we need for the replicate the good things. That make me always say in this program. Salon money for the go and grab big projects. Let us perfect them small things there. If we perfect, let me like you say, charity begins at home. If we begin do them small thing a day, we enforce them, we put them in place. When we come for roll out big projects, it is easy for make you right enforcement day and let compliance level increase because people have used to it. If you know the brutalized driver in the morning, if possible, government bosses or whatever, once the government machinery operates in the morning, you before you take that bus, they make sure say the people the way they in charge, they know the bribe, they know the this, they brutalize them and make sure say before they go there and when they're done, they do the same thing, they go stop. Abraham, if now we like to say, oh, Solomon, no law abiding. Man, that's an Indian akono. We get party them where they walk there where they working inside it, or where they working at the weather. They know they drink. They say, no, I got for working at money. They know they drink. Because say, now they bread and butter they come out. Now they get you something. So if we institute those similar things and for people then because People they get government mood. Can go na government work yard and see government machinery, the buses, this government transport, people they spend thousands of dollars or leons, millions of leons for go acquire them. And see 2-3 months and see where they pack. Some driver not sabi drive better. It not sabi waiting the for change gear na hill, whose gear for apply. It go down there up na the middle of the hill, and that's when they want for engage gear away. It get for take time for let it develop. The next you see the car begin run down, it begin kill the engine. Because when the pressure there on the you use the wrong gear, it become the motor become lazy. And not to hold in the gearbox to the park. So many things then the way they go wrong. You understand? We can forget all the things then they. That was the question we make. This year when I say President can not go. You know why? Last year I can't say Boston near me. Immediately when he give his speech, now go up now home. They all then go up. One personnel left the information minister. These people, you know, they go there. Because in order to leave out for me, you can't talk to me. Then, you know, and let we ask you a question. Let people then give their own input. I ask them this question. You guys are investing in education. Yes, it's good in junior, primary, or whatever. What about the middle level manpower? What we need for growth? What we need for put energy? It's the same education. We can train that middle manpower, but couldn't see how they get problems. So young guys in the working institute, put in government institutions there. The last time we talk about skill center. First, then they get OIC now, but they get different ways. How we can train them people and make a probably they want they go be more what's in a call. You know, we got so many areas we need for perfect, we need for put in place. So ways, I mean, areas where we find that say now potential area there where if we address those things, not only just address them, make sure so the enforcer, somebody can have money for can take ambulance. Let you check out. And you got the education self na import me man. I tell you something. There was one time when they go Kono. This accident be after Sungo. This trailer go inside gallop. One gallop they by Sungo. Yeah. I see this trailer go inside zone and the whole back come out. Me man, the guy will get rest. Na kuna both some guys. So the person they go there listen. The guy me they rest na the trailer. In your private car, they behind the drive. I see this thing go inside gallop. Pop up. Then that head come out. Commercial direct inside the bush. Then guy they did the damage. I see damage, bruh. Now I beg this ambulance guy. Now tell us, bruh, that guy they die. Look the guy when I ain't get this rest. Because the guy they drive behind there, for let you know they chuk the rest. You know, say they chuk that and they pull the rest. So you go watch and see they reach Nabu. I say, bruh, take this ambulance, load them people have now what's all go left then they some go to what's all. The guy says not open and they go back. We argue say I say, bruh, this now government ambulance, take them people and then they die so. Load them. The guy say, no, you know they do harm. I say, bruh, he went for go in and boss center, they go some side. He went for tell me so they left them people because nobody know me because this time if you see the accident, bruh, outside to like they grind people their foot or leg or this and if you see that accident, the man. That guy is nothing in Odua. So some of them people who they even drive them to cars, so man. Education, that rational thinking. We go say, hey, if I save them people in their life, tomorrow will be you. Now they see that them country out there. People that they save life. First responder. Because that man in the ambulance, they are first responder. Accident be, you talk to them, you boss sending for go what's your call. You talk to them and they go left there, and then you left there, they quick. Then we go to talk about good health system. You understand? That people need their life. If you die, so they don't go die. But eventually, they don't some no able maker because the accident is really serious. So they guys they're really surprised whether they drink they this because they need the kind of money they take. They're not getting better education, formal education, basic one not they just do waiting if people do. They meet people that would spoil them, go load them. They meet people that would permine a street and go load them. They meet people that would fish and go load them. Nobody know the inside and they travel alone inside the ambulance then. Me know they call an ambulance, they call it carrying or what's it called. Because when you see ambulance now, everything they inside. The one they but could not even get the things the way they talk about. So that one mean problem. Education and the problem. Don't go say salon you had for make, bruh. Salon no hard for make. But now for let you get that iron and let you get people and say a force with mass. Don't forget about money, say they don't pay people their money. You will take mass, they put serious penalty by you and what's in you go afraid. You see what's in happens. Even some the people that were there in school they are open. So where some people do not get the mark there. Some school and the person they afraid. Say no, are they afraid? They are no can take money, this, that, blah, blah, blah. So man don't begin afraid, or not they get afraid in them say They know I'm going to public domain because if they catch them on anything, they go disgrace them. So some things then the way with the rush will go grab big project, then they another say they're not relevant. But let us focus on the small and the way we make we country begin move. You understand, eh? And that's not me on take Abraham. Education, now then they know they want formal, better education. Then they do waiting the lake. You didn't know ambulance, you go and drink, you go bang people there and go cause damage. And we insurance and salon very poor. Almost now we get comprehensive insurance and salon. Personal big companies. But good people that liability, that look that number one. The ordinary one, but cool. Get, you know. That's not you don't take Abraham.
Thank you very much, Tony.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Just come and say, we they use ambulance loosely in Sierra Leone. It's I'm not able to understand where an ambulance driver, the example where Tony Gee, an ambulance driver meet an accident. He's in Boston. In Boston, you meet an active scene, an accident. It makes you wonder again, who done are the ambulance driver there? Who done are they? What thing they know about the service within they provide? Eh? What thing they know? A service that they provide? Oh, and in Boston and they drive for. The system back way they can make the ambulance driver and think otherwise. Eh? Okay. Ayana Salon. Yes, caller 11 here. Your name and inside the call from, please.
Yeah, this is not Georgia bossing.
Yes, sir.
Hello?
Yes. What you get for me?
Just to add to the ambulance saga and the whole drunk driving at Salon. So I don't go to Salon about 210 the last 3 years, and even before that. Come on, I don't know about you, but when we go to Salon, I'm easy to drive myself, man. And the thing is, people like you say, "Oh, you come on, man, can we make you can't drive?" And I say yes. I say because me, I go driving school, so I know about ethics and I know about defensive driving. So I say defensive driving, even if I get the right of way, if I know this is the person aggressive, I need to go because I get the right of way. Because they're not get consequences. They're not get you don't lose your license, you don't lose anything. So why this alone are defensive driving that you do? So not to aggressive driving. Like like city you want rush, you could do aggressive driving somewhere. Because all people that obey law most of the time, then they at fault. Sometimes you get consequences. I say, but Salon, when you go to defensive driving. So once I go, this was the first time I go 2005. So I made this apprentice. The apprentice say, "No get license. It's a bit drag. That's 6 shifts. I go take me uncle in car." I said, okay. I said, "Oh man, go sit down. This move kabala see how you move yourself. Sabi reverse the car." I said, "Bo." I said, "Me get license." I said, "Yes, I'm Massachusetts license." I said, "Bo, come on." I made drive the whole time, and since then I made it drive because then they tell you say when they're drunk, then they drive it. It's like an oxymoron. I say, you know what alcohol is do to your judgment? If you say when you're drunk, now you drive fine. I mean, this is, the whole thing is Salon. Many people that don't die road accident. Most of them road accident. They need to do breathalyzer. They need to do anything. So most of them guys, they are drunk. They are not. Sometimes yes, the poor road condition is a factor. But just imagine you get a poor road condition, then you go begin to drive. They can't reckless with any. I mean, just know I put in the comments. I say we use the word ambulance loosely. Those are ambulance those are just I'm not going to say upgraded passenger car. Those me consider that that kind motor and they are saying our hospital they can go. I mean, if you go into distress now, who's life saving mechanism when they get that for even sustain you, not to for let them save, just sustain you so that they will get you in any hospital. In all day. I mean, it's a total disgrace. Then the college and the ambulance. You know, we don't see the pictures. They are all empty. I don't think they gave blood pressure cough inside the ambulance. But they call the ambulance, the rest of the ambulance. I mean, it's just what we doing in the salon. People is just look at us and say, you know, this is. I mean, the thing that we need for investing more. Now they invest in least. I can never understand that. Government after government, government after government. So I mean, like just so the notion is we go salon. If you sabi drive, trust me, not afraid. You're a better driver. You're more of a professional driver than anybody with the seen as salon at least. Not afraid to say, oh, this is salon. No. If you engage in defensive driving, you will be fine. I don't do it 3 times. I don't drive go Kenema everywhere. I need to overtake my car. All the precaution in it. I need to go over the speed limit. Just so when you go, if you're doing doubt, don't get them. They want to drive their own assistant. They don't drive now. You know what they take. The people they take tramadol, they take draining drugs. You don't know that they are even under the influence, not alcohol no more. And they take other narcotics. So that let me take that for the evening.
All right, thank you very much, George. Me, Tripoli. When I don't see self I can go live. I myself they drive myself. Person they drive me. One time I try him. Even the person I make it out in driver's license self. We drive from Waterloo to Joey. I mean they go Joey. Why you choose how they go? Oh, they turn back. Now me drive myself. I me say drive myself. I one green team. I dey drive myself. And for going to the provinces, I need to think and twice if now me self the drive. I don't care self who I want go. Now me self the drive. Because how I go in one piece. And so I want to come back in one piece. Yes, caller, they live on here. Your name and the call from, please.
Hey, Triple A, this now Mark from Los Angeles. You hearing me?
Yes, sir. You get 3 minutes, sir.
My brother alone not wait with time. The ambulance and the drivers and the ambulance will to carry them. Not the ambulance will to carry them. Okay? Because, hello? Yeah. One thing we don't derail, especially the Black Africa. We dey talk like say all is well for we in terms of infrastructure, education, upbringing. Because get party and we can talk as a man, look you. If America not to control God blessing, why everything they go on okay for them? Salon, everything they go bad. That salon not God blessing. I go tell you say 70% of the Puda driver them, every day when they see the inside motor car, then they under the influence of either alcohol or jamba. Because I'm not going to say now about the tramadol stuff. It don't become na legal thing. Case study 2017 or 2018 election. Barang harnessed by Chroma. His small brother, she don't inside motoka, he talk Chinese, he drink alcohol. Nobody no feel say that been a bad thing. No APC person no the way feel say that been bad thing. South Africa, you need a increase. You know why? They increase that Nelson Mandela and Grandpa King died by road accident will come up through a drunk driver. Yeah, you need a Christian. You need a Christian. Let them meet open can or open alcohol bottle inside your motor car. You need a Christian. Because you know what thing ever happen. Hey, you don't go AA class. Where you don't go, they tell you driver's license and they suspend them for. Tell you they don't. You go feel say the world hates you. But Africa, they not care. They not care. Then they not to ambulance driver. Then somebody they die before themselves. How many Sierra Leoneans will have big CPR? Let alone the ambulance drivers and they don't know what in a CPR. Yeah, you get paramedic, you get EMT. Now two different sets of people. The paramedic now then they would fire department. Then they almost feel like nurses them. Then they do everything inside a motorcade. Then they do IV. Then they do a lot of invasive procedures inside the motorcade. And the paramedic and like registered nurse then. The training where they get. So we not get that. That not there. Africa we they behind so much that I don't know if smoke not lost me. Come to this education business. Everybody don't talk the same thing. I mean, which type politics don't care we go. It is so bad because I remember when this issue come up. They see the information minister guy. That guy I hate that. I don't want to hate you and be rich. I hate that guy. Because that guy is extremely arrogant. Because when that issue they come up, that guy they been there on AYV. The guy they talk, they see in red eye, in neck, vein all the thing up. About picking one or two inborn. But in no say in the late 80s where himself now be student because they talker. Now just like then and day. Maybe himself not in people and pay for him. Now through scholarship them. It take go in Jala or FBC. The guy they talk so much in vain that they tinapana how the past government they be reckless, they take money, the money then they charge this, then put money in their pocket. Okay, we know that. APC now they name that. Then for just change the name APC to corruption. Now they name that, but now they now. Then why I just like what Tony say and what everybody say. Where this guy when the minister now, not to Sierra Leone educator, but who that they enjoy right now in education? That's Sierra Leone. So if that young man educate, look to that the what na AYV where the engineer of Guma Valley they talk, young guy, maybe they not even get rich for them. If them boy they educate. Maybe not to the all go get Sababu if they don't get money for pay, which Sababu will then go get for go overseas. That tells you say na salon get for benefit because the education then get for put them out na salon and add on waiting in the same year they talk about human capital development. So me I don't understand who said the human capital development they come out. They will not already tell the people then say we never go any further again. With the cut now, who now don't begin, who don't they inside, who go pay for now? Anyone who wants that, who not go pay that kind pay. That's understandable. The whole country go there, yes, whatever what APC they do, who not cut them up. But the one that we did now, who not finish for pay for them bobaya. Who not want for let them bobaya go, now they will car wash the way they open. Because when they go there, they make $1,000 euros a day, then they still call you bribe now. Or you want to see an engineer, a high-tech engineer, where you don't need to get if you get project, instead of you can't pay some factory or company in the United States or United Kingdom, then they can able to do it for you. It's hard. That guy, they only think about the party and their relatives. That's it. That guy then come with vengeance, then come with something up to their shoulder. Now vengeance can then come. They don't care. Because they don't have them over a long time ago. Ah man, come on. The government, which part of the money with this government they put now, this 21%? Because you can't disable, they need to get nothing. Them over not to get nothing, not to student, they're not to learning. Just like what Right now, the United States, they pour a lot of money right now for vocational education because they see say now especially on CNN the last time, how much people are because if triple a million call a plumber now, the guy come thing will maybe feel saying a big problem. The guy come, he not even reach 30 minutes. $250. Me will get degree, they go work 12 hours. I'm not able to make $250 an hour. They can make $250 inside 30 minutes. Now then kind program then the vocational trade, fitter, electrician, mechanic, they need them. Like you make they rather go bring Ghanaian them, or they count their own Chinese, or then go bring Nigerian because we not get them. So we sign at this human capital development with this guy the halibut. That God help we. Thank you very much, my brother.
Thank you very much, Omar. I don't know if you remember. I think Nabi Briwi, Naimbi give some breathalyzers them to the Road Safety Authority. Naim take a san and go Eastern Police. Santem. You know how much drivers them, Poda drivers them. We failed the test. We be they under the influence. Eh? It go make you wonder, say, what to? Why them be stop? Instead of the couch enough for the ginkgo attire and all those things. Get up, Salon. But if now no more this, you don't see God the candon kaepa, huh? Good luck with that. Eh? Good luck with that. The systems alone. Okay, with this caller. Yes, caller, 11 here. Your name and where you call from, please.
This is Sheku at the call from London.
Yes, Sheku. What's your contribution?
Simply, I tell you thank you for this program. This educates you so much, educate other people as well. Quick one. Simply about the driving, because the college business has just no one good outside it. The driving as alone, you know, with the talk about this drunk driver, ambulance driver. I don't know if we know say 90% of the driver don't get a salon, they do the right. So I make test not themselves, they don't even get test. Then Lord, they go and put say, you know, for slippers for drive, blah blah blah. Then they so concentrate on that. Then Lord, they don't have for private drivers. For the queue, they come where they by the way they drive, call and jeep or whatever. But where you come to the traffic police and the streets, they only concentrate on them. Everybody, not to the Okada driver, then not to the taxi driver, them because you see taxi driver, not even get traffic lights. You drive as long as you don't book na money clear. You they can pass there with you 4-wheel drive. If it's small side broken, they pull you over. The way you can't run out sandal, they say you slippers, they say no, you're not very easy for pieces of money. Saying that now, what I want to talk about now, the people the way who say they go school. When I graduate them, they in a top office and salon. If you drive around Godrich, all them streets bad and Godrich in the evening, any motor car is all na 4-wheel drive. You see 20 of them parking at one pub na street. They only na the bar and they drink. Then driver because they get them driver them an illiterate driver they don't off. In the bus don't take the motor car. They don't go for na bar for go drink. Then the motor car park na street. Then if they drink. Then when you don't finish for drink, you want go home, you jump inside the motor car for go home. Anything can happen. When you kill somebody, you can go amber grass, 2 million loan, they say na accident. They don't even charge them because na educated man, na so-called educated man, then he didn't a big office, he didn't a top position, he press the button, they say for president. While the man is illiterate, When you kill somebody, they run force. Then later go catch him. When then catch him and charge him, then in boss effect. If you get boss, if you drive for a boss, in boss effect the case. Then that person don't die, in family will suffer. Even my own contribution now more of the other way say them go school, na salon. They need for think twice when they drink before they drive. Because most of them they drink drive. The law not effective. The law only there for poor person, not for the other way we get position in the country. My main contribution are the triple A.
Thank you
Thank you very
very
much.
much.
God
Thank
bless
you,
you.
sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
That's a good point we brother raise. In Sierra Leone, the one day we feel say they don't arrive, and they will feel say, well, then bread butter small. Weekends, then go out there. And that's true. I think they're a good gink. They're a good chill. At the end of the day, then go inside the motor back, then drive, then go. Okay. We hope say salon. And until they say what's safe now, not for the ink. We'll see how long that one they go last. Yeah. I'll see how long it go last. In a salon. We'll be there back tomorrow. For today, we just take and so. But for the Ministry of Higher Education, the tertiary, there, Mr. Minister, I see don't make that video so. That lady go say na walking the walk. Because the eye talk, It talk like say no waiting with the go on. Again, na walking the walk. We are there for you, sir. Until you say next month, we wait for LimKokwing University. Call the students already under the government scheme, make themselves go register, and make themselves begin again after 3 years. And now we know so we'll get picking them. That's fine. I will picking them. Yes. Good day back tomorrow. Till we meet again tomorrow, Triple say, ta-ta.